Hello, YouTube family. Greg D, aka the DCUO Gingerbread Man, back here with another video. Today, I thought I would do something a little different, and that is I am going to answer some of the most frequently asked questions that I get in my comment sections of my shorts, my videos, my streams, anything that I upload to YouTube. Essentially, is fair game here. And I've thought of a few of, like I said, the most frequently asked questions. Hopefully, this will help some of you guys figure it out, get it out, just get all the information out there that we can. And yeah, we'll just take it from there. So, by far, the most frequently asked question that I get is what can I use in my loadout besides Spore Pod? That has to be the number one question that I get in any video, any short, any stream. What can I use instead of Spore Pod? Because most of you guys who are either new to the game or um, you know, it's been a while since you played, you're coming back after several years. You're like, what the hell? What the hell are these powers down here? Where do I get those? Blah 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 blah. So we'll just say that you can literally replace Spore Pod with whatever you want. Spore Pod is a iconic ability power that they released in the spring event earlier this year, 2025, as I'm making this video. Um, you can no longer get it. So if you missed it, if you missed the spring seasonal event, you can't get it anymore. However, the closest thing to Spore Pod, I would say, is the new one that is currently released for the Halloween event, which is ending as I'm making this video next week. Spore Pod, or the Fear Bomb, is the closest thing to it. Now, I will say that in my own personal testing, Fear Bomb does not do as much damage as Spore Pod does. Spore Pod is still the better power. However, if you want something that's a little bit better, or if you want something that I should say that's similar that still does a decent amount of damage, go for Fear Bomb. The side note to that is that you will see that Fear Bomb has the power interaction of terrifying enemies. So if you are mental, it might do more damage. As sorcery, in my own testing, Spore Pod still wins. Spore Pod is probably, if I could use none of the other like recent iconic abilities that they've released between Starbolt, Nemesis Lasso, Spore Pod's going to be the one that I always use. So yeah, but I mean, you can literally replace Spore Pod with anything depending on what your power is. You don't need Spore Pod. You don't need it. It's not a necessity. Just if you missed it, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. Okay. So the next question that I get a lot is, do I own my own league? No, I do not. I do not own my own league. I think that would honestly be way too much work to kind of have to navigate that and run it and base decorating and all that. I am not about that life. I don't want this game to feel. I don't want this ever to feel like a job to me. Whether it's playing the game, whether it's making YouTube videos, whether it's any of it, I don't want it to feel like a job. I want it to be something that I can enjoy doing, where I can escape from, the stresses that we all have in the world, and we just kind of continue to have fun, continue to help each other grow. I know as corny as that sounds, but no, I do not own my own league. I am in a league, which in my league we are all rights reserved. I am on the villain side, which will lead to my next frequently asked question: what server am I on? So I am on the PlayStation 5 in the United States. So I'm US servers, PC/PS5. So there's that. There's that out of the way. We'll kind of segue into those. But yes, this is my league. Um, so all rights reserved. Um, one of the best leagues that I've ever been in this game. Pretty tight knit little group of boys and girls here, I will say. Some of them much younger than me, but it's all good. Very helpful league, whether it's questions, whether it's running stuff, um, anything like that. These guys have been super helpful. So, again, US, PS5. No, I don't own my own league. Um, Next question that I get a lot of times when I post my skill point updates: what's the quickest way that I can, uh, get XYZ, whether that's nth metals, whether that's skill points, whether that's currency in game. So we'll kind of encompass that as one question, but it's really three parts. So I would say first thing is first, as far as your skill points are concerned. The easiest thing that I have found that is the best way to easily get source marks, or not source marks, skill points for me is. Oh, I didn't want to go into the marketplace. For me personally, easiest way to do it is get your styles and collect your emblems from your time capsules. The easiest way to go about doing that is to look and see what you need. So in the case of styles, uh, there's several different ways to go about doing this. So one is, you'll notice in the story arcs, there's always a feat or two that is related to a style, whether that be a normal set or an elite or an enhanced elite set, whatever. Um, I think like here. So for example, here, enhanced armor core set is worth 50 points. That's all the elite gear for this current DLC. You can also go like, so every one of these will pretty much have something like that. So it'll be like, complete XYZ style set. And it's usually either a 25 point or a 50 point feat, which means completing two of those, if they're 50-point feats, will get you a full skill point. Again, you can just kind of go through here. Now, I will say, if I can find it here, where is it? One moment. There is, classic games. Here we go. So if you come down here and, see, look at all the styles that I still need to collect. There's a ton. But as you can see, I've also collected a ton in each one of these. So, there's a skill point, there's a skill point, there's a skill point, there's a skill point. So it's very easy to do so. But I would recommend that you cross-check this, cross-reference, double-check, because I myself, and I've been yelled at by you guys, I've gone ahead and gone to Lady Shiva or Dr. Fate here in the House of Legends, bought a style set thinking, oh, that's got to be worth a feat, and it wasn't, and then I ended up wasting 700 or 800 source marks on a style that I didn't even need. So that's kind of a bummer, right? So again, just make sure that you're double checking and making sure that's worth a feat. Now the emblems are pretty easy because all you have to do is go into the time capsules here, and if you go into any of them, really, and you come down here, so look, you collect that emblem, that's a 25 point. You collect that emblem, that's a 25 pointer. This emblem, 25 pointer, 25 pointer, 25 pointer. Nickel and diamond, eventually they will start to add up. And again, really easy way to collect skill points. Now, as far as nth metals are concerned, best way to go about it is just playing content. Open world, your omnibus stuff, your daily missions. But what I would suggest doing is when you get your daily rewards, right, collecting these guys, right, your fate tokens. So once you get enough fate tokens, come over here, come down here. And as you can see, you can buy 5 each week from Dr. Fate. Buy your nth metal detectors, pop those suckers, run the content, especially if you're doing bounty runs, omnibus stuff, your daily missions, your stabilizer fragmentation. any of it, you will end up, the frequency with which the nth metals drop is higher once you're running the nth metal detectors. So that's there. Third part of that would be like in-game currency and source marks. Best way to do source marks is to run the omnibus stuff, run the weekly open world bounties. There's always groups running, so you can always hop into a group and and earn source marks. If you do all of the tier 5, all of the tier 6, all of the tier 7 um, bounties, I think it's well over 400. I haven't counted it since the new episode here, but I mean you're literally um, well over 400 source marks, I believe. So just be mindful of that. Easy way to earn your source marks. I mean, if you're playing every day, doing your daily missions, you're doing the omnibus stuff, you're doing the um, open world bounties. Within a week, you can easily earn, depending on how much time you're putting into the game, you can easily earn 6, 7, 800 source marks. It's really not that bad. I've seen some people, and I know people that literally farm 5 or 600, 700, 800 a day. So it's doable. It just depends on how much time you want to put into the game. Um, Next thing would be in-game currency. Basically, anytime you pick something up from playing, anything, you don't want it or you don't need it, sell it. What I mean by sell it is you come down here in your House of Legends and you're going to put it on the broker. Now, you can't sell everything that you get, but you can randomly just be like, I don't want these time capsules. I'm going to sell them. One thing you can do is you can search the item. So, for example, this Legendary Alliance for your allies. If I don't want that, I can look it up, see how much it's selling for. So in this case, it's selling for almost $1.5 million in game. I can say, well, I'm going to go lower than that. So I can sell it for, let's say, 1.25. Put that up there, boom. So now, and that's always a good way to go about doing it too. So like whatever the item is, even in the sense of like these shattered rings, I'm not going to sell them. But like if you had one, they're currently selling at 670,000. Go a little lower so that you can make sure that your stuff's being bought. So in this case, I'd probably put mine at like 625 or 650. Again, just to make sure that you're um, doing that stuff. So, and then the last question I will discuss, because I know I've been rambling here for quite some time with the law. I wanted to knock out a bunch of these questions. Is, can I play? Can I play with you? Can I join your league? Yes, absolutely. If you see me streaming, because I do stream several times a week, if you see me in game, come say hi. I have people direct message me in the game all the time. Um, if you see me on stream and you want to tag along and play something, you want to knock out some content, whether that be open world bounties, duos, alerts. I mean, I don't care. Come say hi. Come hang out. Come play with me. That's the whole point of me being here, right? So um, it's all good. So with that being said, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to conclude this video right here. Let me know if you'd want to see another type of these videos, like another frequently asked questions. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. We will discuss. Last thing I wanted to say is don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, because apparently 71% of the viewers of all my videos are not subscribed. So do me a big favor and subscribe. We are going to be doing a giveaway if we hit 7,500 subscribers by the end of 2025. So only you, like Smokey the Bear says, only you can prevent forest fires. Well, only you can help get us to a giveaway. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to log off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, see you soon.